While my wife was working overtime late at night, I came across a special post asking for help at home. My girlfriend said she wanted to take me on a trip abroad, but she was afraid of arousing suspicion from her husband at home. Dear gods, can you give me some advice? What to do? I curiously opened the comment area to take a look. I didn't expect that there were quite a lot of enthusiastic netizens. And the comment with the most likes. It was to suggest that her so-called girlfriend pretend to be diagnosed with cancer first, using the excuse that he wanted to go abroad for treatment alone. Filed for divorce from my husband at home. Wait until you have enough fun and go home. Just find any reason to remarry. I didn't care after reading it. Then it slipped away. I didn't expect that when my wife came back from working overtime, the first thing he said to me was, "Public. Our company is doing a collective physical examination today. I was diagnosed with cancer. And it's still late. I don't want to drag you down. Let's get a divorce." Yes, I had a Cold War. What did she say? So it looks like I just brushed it. Comments under that post. Could it be that the poster said it? That so-called girlfriend is her. But the next second, I rejected this conjecture in my mind. From the time we got married to now, Ruyan is always one. A good woman with both good looks and character. How could she betray me? I must be thinking too much. I take a deep breath. Then he took Liu Ruyan into his arms. Wife, we are husband and wife. We announced his death. No matter whether you are poor, whether you are born, old, sick or dead, we all have to stay by each other's side and never give up. So I don't care what disease you have. I will never leave you even if I die. Liu Ruyan hurriedly pushed me away. Han Li, will you accept the reality? I have cancer. Besides, it's still late. I can't live for more than a few days. Just think of it as fulfilling my last wish before I die. Okay? She burst into tears and cried, which made my heart hurt. In this case, of course I wouldn't choose to argue with him. Instead, he shook him into his arms again and choked with tears. Wife, you said what you want me to do. Whatever you want me to do, I will satisfy you without hesitation. Ruyan stopped crying. He raised his head. Then hold my face. He said softly with red eyes. Husband, I actually didn't work overtime tonight. Then why did you come back so late? I'm looking for a friend's brother. He went to the same school as us. He is our junior now. According to him, there is a new laser therapy abroad. Can be effectively removed from the patient's body. 99% of cancer cells. I don't know if it's true or not. So I went to see her face to face to find out clearly. I frowned when I heard this. This makes me even more suspicious. The girlfriend mentioned in that post. It's most likely her. It's just that I didn't expose it or question it. Instead, follow her words and ask further. What about the result? Junior told me. This new treatment is real. Just a bit expensive. So I want to take the money from our joint account. Take it for treatment. Even if there is only a little hope. I don't want to give up either. Husband, you will support me, right? Yes. I will definitely support you. I nodded. Then on his forehead, he kissed me gently and smiled. I can put down everything I'm doing. Accompany you to a foreign country for treatment. If it's a matter of money, I smash the pot and sell the iron. Even if I sell my kidney, I am willing to do so. When Liu Ruyan heard it, immediately took 2 steps back. You are not familiar with foreign countries. And I have a junior fellow student to accompany me. You stay at home and help me take care of my parents. This new treatment comes with certain risks. I might die. So I want you to help me. Tell a lie like your parents. Just say that I died of cancer. If the disease is really cured in the future, I will come back as soon as possible. Give them a big surprise. I paused for a moment. Say so. Can they believe? Rest assured, my parents are very easy to deceive. If they insist on seeing my body, just say I'm afraid they'll be sad. Let you decide to send it to the funeral home for cremation. Then follow my last wish. Scattered ashes into the sea. I looked at Liu Ruyan with a complicated expression. You've thought it over carefully. But you are just going abroad for treatment. It's not like life and death. Is this necessary? Liu Ruyan said hurriedly. Snow said there is a new policy over there. Breast cancer in unmarried women. Receive new treatments. Can be discounted. Husband. I also want to save you money. Can you understand me? And this fake divorce is not real. If I get better, wait until I come and get the certificate again. The corner of my mouth broke slightly. As long as it's for your own good, I have no objection. Thank you, husband. I love you most. Liu Ruyan saw that I agreed. Then he happily stepped forward and stood on tiptoes. Give me a peck on the mouth. Early the next morning, the two of us went to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get divorced. He said he was going to find his junior brother. Let's discuss going abroad for treatment. And then left. Less than half an hour, the poster made a new post. Thanks for the suggestions, guys. My girlfriend has successfully pretended to be sick, out of her husband's control. We bought the tickets. Getting ready for a vacation in Hawaii. I've been looking forward to this day for so long. Wait until Hawaii. I will update frequently. Daily updates between me and my girlfriend. Let everyone witness our happiness. This video also comes with several pictures. Although he didn't show his face. But the two of them missed each other. I clearly saw that woman's debut. It's a black pattern shirt. And this dress. Or should I choose and buy it myself? For Liu Ruyan. If yesterday I was just doubting, at this moment I can be completely sure. This girlfriend that Fatn calls. That's my wife Liu Ruyan. At this moment I feel my chest. Like a huge boulder pressed down on it. I'm almost out of breath. We have been very loving for several years after we were married. I never thought. One day. She will betray me. Liu Ruyan didn't go home at night. She sent me a message. Talking to her junior classmate. When planning to go abroad for treatment, they need to register early tomorrow morning. I asked her if she wanted me to deliver the notes. She said it was inconvenient. Wait until I send another message. It's already time to shout. I put down the phone and took a deep breath. Presumably at this time, she is having a passionate affair with that junior student, right? It'll continue to disturb you. It seems that I am ignorant. That night I tossed and turned and couldn't sleep. The next day Liu Ruyan and her junior classmate show up at the airport. The two of them move intimately. Uncle Xiao Xiao. One biscuit for two people. Even when walking, you have to hold it gently. The two of them looked so glued together. It feels like they are more like a couple. The key is that two people passed by me. Liu Ruyan didn't even notice me. I looked calmly. I filmed this scene. Until they board the plane and leave. I just returned home. At the same time, the poster has updated the post again. When illustrating, two people boarding the plane hand in hand. Dear heroes, my girlfriend and I are boarding the plane. Destination, Hawaii. I should be the happiest man in the world now. The comment section is filled with envy and blessings. The junior students also responded seriously one by one. When someone asked him in the comment area, "What about your girlfriend's husband?" Reply from junior fellow student, "Who cares about him? A middle-aged greasy uncle. Larry pulls him all day, full of stench. My girlfriend lies next to him every day. It's just suffering. How good it is now. They are divorced. Future girlfriend. It's my own." He is finally free. Because the poster's homepage has a video of him showing his face. So everyone knows. He is young, handsome and sunny. So no one scolded him for destroying other people's families. Instead, they all wish him and his girlfriend the best. Lovers get married eventually. I see I am on fire. I specially created a small account to post comments and ask him, "Your girlfriend gave birth to a child by another man. Don't you mind?" The person who posted the message responded within less than 2 minutes. "My girlfriend. How is it possible to give birth to a child for that man? Don't they have any children?" I typed, "Been pregnant before, but I don't want my girlfriend. Out of shape due to childbirth, so I persuaded her to give up." I saw this reply from the other party. A surge of anger rushed into my brain. I said that Liu Ruyan has been. Why can't I ever get pregnant? I went to the hospital for a checkup and they said there was nothing wrong. Therefore Liu Ruyan's parents also enlightened me. Let me not be too impatient. Pregnancy is a rare thing. Just let nature take its course. But I never dreamed. It turns out there's nothing wrong with our bodies. It's not that Liu Ruyan can't get pregnant. She was pregnant but didn't tell anyone. Then, under the bewitchment of this junior fellow student, I secretly went to the hospital behind everyone's back and gave up. I suppressed my anger and asked him, "You persuade him to give up. Aren't you afraid of retribution?" Reply from the poster, "I'm afraid of retribution. Ha ha, stop being funny. How can there be any retribution in this world? As long as I can make my girlfriend, belongs only to me forever. Even if struck by lightning, I admit it too. Say no more. My girlfriend and I. I'm going to Hawaii to enjoy the world for two. Goodbye." He didn't reply after that. And I quickly put it in my heart. Made a big decision. A few days later while having dinner, father-in-law and mother-in-law doubtfully asked me where Liu Ruyan went. They have been there for many days. She was nowhere to be seen. I hesitated to answer. Mom, Liu Ruyan is very fashionable. Although the two of them were a little suspicious. But I still accepted this explanation. Result: 1 week later, two people had a car accident. Father-in-law died on the spot. Mother-in-law was seriously injured. After simply being rescued by the hospital. Mother-in-law is not in fear of her life. I just learned that my husband died. She cried to death. I fainted several times when I came back. I'm in the hospital. Take care of her for half a month. During this time she asked the most common question, "Where is my daughter?" I never answered her directly. Until this day. I just put her shit in the basin. Take it and clean it. Car returns to ward. She knelt down with a plop. Han Li, since you married into our family, I treat you as my own son. Please tell me. What happened to my daughter? Why I called her? Can't get through. Ask her colleagues. They say she resigned a long time ago. Between you two, what happened? I hurriedly helped my mother-in-law up. Now I can't hide it anymore. I said normally. Curved willow like smoke. She died of cancer. The remains were cremated long ago. The ashes were also kept in accordance with her last wishes. Sprinkled into the sea. What? My mother-in-law was shocked and looked at me with astonishment. I raised my hand to wipe my tears. Explaining while choking. Said it was more than half a month ago. Liu Ruyan found out that she had terminal cancer. To avoid the pain of my family, she chose to endure it silently by herself. Why didn't you tell us earlier? Liu Ruyan said she could keep it secret for as long as she wanted. You guys. Mother-in-law is angry and anxious. First I learned that my husband was dead. Don't know now that your daughter is dead. Facing a double blow. She was so distraught that she fainted on the spot. After she regained consciousness, she cried and lost her voice. After, I received a text message from Liu Ruyan using an unknown number. How are my parents? You didn't tell them the truth. I smiled back at him. Do as you say. Husband is awesome. Keep helping me hide it from them. I thought about it and sent another message. Something happened at home. Do you want to come back? I'm not free. No matter what happens. Don't bother me. You take care of it first. You'll send another message. Another time shouting. Liu Ruyan. Just continue to hang out with your junior brother. Liu Ruyan. Just continue to hang out with your junior brother. I can only occasionally find out through videos posted by posters. They both played badly. As for home, mother-in-law is happy after being discharged from hospital. Talking to myself at home all day. It can be seen. She's going crazy. That day she suddenly called me to the room. Then put give me the sealed bag. Eye sockets are red. Han Li. I can't hold it any longer. I'm afraid he'll go completely crazy. Before I go crazy, you take this. This is all the property of our Liu family. The look is rare. The mother-in-law who regained her clarity. I'm a little shocked. Except for the house we live in now. In addition, there are 2 more buildings. And some stocks. How much? 2 buildings. I stood up in shock. Mother-in-law nodded. Then she sighed and told me. Those 2 buildings actually don't belong to them either. It belongs to Grandpa Liu Ruyan. It's just that her family's bloodline has been cut off. So Grandpa Liu Ruyan came to the middle school. Then he left all the family property to her. And the couple. He also planned to give Liu Ruyan some more time to hone his skills. Wait until she matures later. Then give her the family property. As a result, Liu Ruyan didn't have time to inherit this huge inheritance. The person will pass away. I heard my mother-in-law say that. I almost laughed out loud with excitement. This is really the eyes of God. Liu Ruyan is not dead at all. She's still in Hawaii. And her handsome snow brother is holding me gently. But looking at the red eyes of my mother-in-law, I can't bear it anymore. The one who does the work is her daughter. Not her. See her like this. I really can't bear it. After a few days of consideration, I finally chose to tell the truth. I told my mother-in-law that Liu Ruyan was not dead. Then how did Liu Ruyan fabricate his illness? In order to sleep with Shui Di and spend time together. She asked me to help her make it up again. The lie about dying of cancer was told. My mother-in-law burst into tears on the spot after hearing this. She desperately called Liu Ruyan, but can't get through at all. Mother-in-law finally despaired. She slammed her phone on the ground. The phone was smashed to pieces. Han Li. Does Yang Yang know that something happened at home? Mother-in-law asked in a trembling voice. I nodded. I told her. How did she answer? She said she was too busy to come back. Let me figure it out myself. Beast. I never thought I had given birth to a daughter like you. Mother-in-law roared with excitement. My mother-in-law woke me up early the next day. In addition to going to the funeral for my father-in-law, she also took me to see the 2 dragon buildings. I thought it was just a few stories high. The result was 2 Gundams. A complex building with more than 20 floors. I was shocked from ear to ear. Mother-in-law told me. All the property she gave me yesterday. The lowest valuation is over 1 billion. I looked at her contentiously. Can't believe this is true. Liu Ruyan and I have worked hard for several years. There are only a few 100,000 saved in the joint account. This is why I got several project bonuses. Just accumulated so much. Then my mother-in-law suddenly told me. She has 1 billion hidden wealth. Han Li, don't worry. That damn girl doesn't care whether we live or die. Then I will treat her as my daughter. Even if she's not dead. I also decided to give these properties to you. She doesn't deserve to inherit at all. Later, I held a funeral for my father-in-law. Maybe it's because I've lost my worries. Mother-in-law started to become nagging again. I sent her to the hospital for treatment. The doctor quickly diagnosed, "Mother-in-law is crazy." My father-in-law suggested to me, "Send her to a mental hospital to recuperate." My mother-in-law trusts me so much. Even a billion-dollar family property was handed over to me. How could I be willing to send her to a mental hospital? That kind of impersonal place. In that kind of environment, normal people can avoid going crazy if they are sent in. What's more, people who are sick, among the assets my mother-in-law gave me. Except for those 2 buildings and stocks. There is also some cash in the bank. I used the money to buy a luxurious sea view room. Then I even hired a housekeeper and a maid. We also hired a professional medical team. Even though I know, after curing my mother-in-law, she might regret taking back the price she gave me, but I'm willing to do it. I entered Liu's house. She treats me like her own son. Never looked down on me. This alone. I can't even leave her alone. In the following days, I'm still the same as before. Go to work when you have to go to work. When you are off work or taking a break, I will take my mother-in-law out to relax. Or stay on the lawn in the yard. Bask in the sun. Car blowing sea breeze. It's been a pleasant little life. The only flaw. It's my mother-in-law's condition. Doesn't seem to be under control. It's even getting more serious. You could barely recognize me at first. I don't know who I am anymore. What I do most every day. Just keep repeating to her who I am. She would simply believe me every time. Time just flies by with the wind. 3 years have passed in the blink of an eye. This morning, after Yuan helped her mother-in-law wash herself, I pushed her to the yard and fainted. Let's bask in the morning sun. It turns out we just finished a set of moves. The phone suddenly thought about it. I thought it was about work, but not. It's an unknown number. Sent me a text message. Han Li. My disease is cured. I'm coming back. Liu Ruyan never contacted me for 3 years. Like completely disappearing. If it weren't for the fact that I could occasionally watch it from the video posted by that junior classmate, saw her trace. I even thought she was really dead. Liu Ruyan then sent 2 more text messages. Remember to greet me at the door tomorrow. 3 years no see. I miss you so much. After hesitating for a moment, I replied okay. Originally, I thought she would be with that junior fellow student. He'll stay in Hawaii forever and never come back. Turns out it's only been 3 years. Does the novelty wear off so quickly? A sneer appeared at the corner of my mouth. I want to go home when I'm tired of playing. It's a pity that she no longer has a home here. I put my phone in my pocket. My mother-in-law is urging me to have this luck. I told her the news that Liu Ruyan was coming back. After all, I can't hide it, and I don't want to ask. Mother-in-law heard her daughter's name. There was a slight change in her expression, but soon she was asked with a puzzled look on my face. Who is Liu Ruyan? My mother-in-law's question made me a little surprised. From her reaction, I feel like she hasn't forgotten her daughter. So I asked tentatively, "She is your daughter? Have you forgotten?" Mother-in-law classical Chinese. She smiled and touched my face gently. "Silly boy, how can I have a daughter? I obviously only have you as my son." I was stunned for a few seconds and then nodded heavily. "Mom, you are right. You only have one son, me." After Liu Ruyan got off the plane the next day, "Call me as soon as possible." I got off the plane. Arrive home in about half an hour. I want to eat your braised pork ribs and sweet and sour fish. By the way, there are also the shrimp and meatballs you made yourself. I want to eat when I get home. Go to the vegetable market to buy materials. Time should be urgent. Listening to Liu Ruyan's many requests on the phone, I didn't respond positively. Just said something calmly. "Let's talk about it when you get home." Oops, why don't you go buy the materials first? You'll be home soon. Bye. After turning off the phone, you'll ask the kitchen to prepare some more dishes. I already told the driver this morning. Go and wait at the door of the house where you used to live. Wait until Liu Ruyan comes home. Just take him over. Liu Ruyan called me half an hour later. "Why is there no one at home?" "There is a car parked at the door." A man said. "He is the driver you sent here. This Mercedes is yours." "That's right, the car is mine. I also sent the driver there. Just get in the car. He will send you here. You are rich enough to buy such a nice car. By the way, why don't your parents answer the phone?" Liu Ruyan's series of questions. But I didn't answer him a word. Just ask him to get in the car and talk after meeting. Another 10 minutes passed. The driver sent Liu Ruyan over. Looking at this large suite with sea view in front of me, Liu Ruyan is busy. He looked around and asked the driver, "Is this house mine?" Even though the driver had answered him in the affirmative over and over again, he still can't believe it's true. "Wait until you see me coming out of the living room." He ignores the image of a lady. He held up his skirt and rushed to me with a few short steps. Asked excitedly, "Husband, what have you done in the past few years? Tell me honestly whether you have made a fortune. This house is not cheap." It should be over 10 million at least. Classical Chinese, I laughed. Your eyes are as vicious as ever. That's right. This ocean view room is indeed worth tens of millions. Wow, where did you get so much money to buy a house? You're not going to rob a bank, you? Liu Ruyan was so excited that she couldn't help it anymore. It's starting to become unstoppable. As far as he's concerned, the house is mine. Also his. Look at Liu Ruyan looking forward to my answer. Even though I was timid, I laughed. Falling from the sky. Liu Ruyan ilang. Then he raised his hand and hit me in a strange way. He rolled his eyes at me anxiously and said, "Why didn't you say you picked it up? If you want to say that, you can. Husband, you are so annoying." Liu Ruyan gently hit me again. In his opinion, I was just flirting with him. Actually, I told the truth. I couldn't even imagine that my mother-in-law is so powerful. After all, who would have thought of a person carrying a vegetable basket? A woman quarreling with a corrupt vendor in a market over a few cents per dollar. She is actually a billionaire woman. Anyway, I couldn't think of it. Sister-in-law Han's rice is ready. At this time the maid came over and said something. I nodded. Then he invited Liu Ruyan to have a meal at the restaurant. Liu Ruyan walking into the living room, face flushed with joy. She never dreamed. Go to Hawaii by yourself and meet your handsome junior. Back after 3 wonderful years. The family is not only harmonious and happy. No one blames themselves. My husband even made a fortune. He couldn't help but take out his cell phone and take some pornographic photos. Then I sent it to my handsome junior. Wow, honey, where are you? When I came back, I found that my husband had become rich. Real or fake? Fuck, this house is worth a lot of money, right? More than 10 million. Liu Ruyan typed. Then wouldn't you be able to share at least half of it? His junior classmate was also obviously a little excited. Yes, sister. There will be money for you to start a business right away. Thank you, sister. I love you forever. I watched calmly as Liu Ruyan kept sending messages to his junior classmate. He thought I didn't know. Actually, I'm just too lazy to expose her. We come to the restaurant. Liu Ruyan put away her mobile phone. Wait until she sees her mother, whom she hasn't seen for a long time, sitting at the main seat in the restaurant. Immediately the eyes light up, then happily trotted over. Mom. But just when she was about to throw herself into her mother's arms. But my mother pushed her away with her hands with a cold look on her face. Liu Ruyan makes noise. Mom, what's wrong with you? We haven't seen each other for 3 years. Your daughter is back. Aren't you happy? Liu Ruyan asked doubtfully. Not seen for 3 years. She thought her mother would be very excited when she saw her. As a result, she fell on her mother's face. No smile in sight. Only calm and indifference. This confused her. He even looked at me with a confused look on his face. I smiled at her. Liu Ruyan saw that her mother was silent. Just ask me. What's wrong with my husband and mother? Why do I feel the way she looked at me? It seems strange. Before I could answer, mother-in-law walked towards me, then hid behind me. I asked Liu Ruyan, if you see a bolt from the blue, son, who is this woman? Liu Ruyan made a fuss. Then his face was filled with astonishment. Mom. Mother-in-law shook her head. I don't have a daughter. Then she pointed at me. I only have one son, Mom. Liu Ruyan's stunned expression turned into shock. She stared at me and asked in a deep voice, Harry, what happened to Mom? She looked around and asked again. Your father passed away 3 years ago. When I answered, I can obviously feel it. My mother-in-law's hands were shaking uncontrollably. Apparently just as I expected. Didn't she cruelly forget that she has a daughter? I just simply don't want to recognize this daughter. That's why I put on a dress. I don't recognize Liu Ruyan's appearance. She hates Liu Ruyan for her own selfish desires. Don't even come back if something happens to your parents. Liu Ruyan heard that her father died 3 years ago. Her body shook violently several times. Then his eyes widened, looking at me in disbelief. Your dad is in such good health. How could he die? Dad, where are you? Me. Liu Ruyan didn't want to believe what I said. She turned and left the restaurant. Then I went upstairs and searched every room, waiting for her in her mother's bedroom. After seeing my dad's black and white photo, she played with it for several minutes. Suddenly burst into tears. She thought I was lying to her about her father's death. Until I saw this black and white photo. Only then did she know what I said was true. Her father is really dead. Why did my dad die? Liu Ruyan asked angrily. I stood at the door of the room and answered calmly. Just a few days after you left, your parents had a car accident. Dad died on the spot. Mom was also seriously injured. Sushing saved a life. But after such a big change, I can't contact your daughter again. She was mentally traumatized. So sometimes I don't know anyone. After listening to my answer, tears blurred Liu Ruyan's eyes. She collapsed and fell to the ground. I didn't expect that after I came back from being so cool, the family is still very happy. But she never expected. I just left. Such a big thing happened at home. No wonder my mother looks sick, and can't recognize myself at all. It turns out that I suffered. Husband's death is a huge blow. And the critical moment. I'm not with my parents. She regretfully crawled to mother. Mom, I'm sorry. I don't know at home. Such a big thing will happen. Who are you? Why do you call someone else's mother randomly? My mother-in-law hurriedly hid behind me. Mom, I am Liu Ruyan. I am your daughter. Liu Ruyan burst into tears. I have no daughter, Han Li. Please explain to Mom quickly. I am her daughter. Liu Ruyan gave up all hope. Place your trust in me. But I just shook my head calmly. If she doesn't recognize you, don't force it. Had this meal. Go wherever you need to go. There is no your mother here. There is no home for you either. I said these words with an indifferent look on my face. Then he helped his mother-in-law downstairs. Liu Ruyan chased him down. Han Li, don't leave. By the way, she is my mother. You are my husband. This is my home. Where do you want me to go? Classical Chinese, I stopped. He asked flatly. How do you prove that I am your husband? Show me your marriage certificate. Liu Ruyan gets it. Han Li, didn't we agree at the beginning? If I get cured and come back, let's get the license again. Did you say that? I don't remember. What do you mean? I'm talented, I have money, I want to throw away the chaff. Then kick me away? Tell me. Liu Ruyan took out her phone and took pictures of me. I want to tell netizens all over the country. You are a total fighter. If you have money, don't want your original wife. Liu's mother suddenly stepped forward and slapped her fan on Liu Ruyan's head. Liu Ruyan's cell phone fell to the ground. She looked at her mother helplessly. Dead girl. You don't even want your parents and husband anymore. Go to Hawaii with your juniors and enjoy life. Since you choose to disappear, why come back suddenly? Why do you have the nerve to accuse Han Li unjustly? Mother-in-law who originally had cloudy eyes. The whole person suddenly became sober. I'm not surprised at all when I see this scene. Because I know she has been pretending not to recognize her daughter. Liu Ruyan looked excited. Mom, you recognized me. Stop it. Don't call me Mom. I'm not as heartless as you. A daughter who only cares about her own enjoyment. I only have one son now, Han Li. Only then did Liu Ruyan know. It turns out that my mother just pretended not to recognize her. She glared at me. These 3 years. What kind of ecstasy soup did you feed my mother? Why doesn't she even recognize me as her daughter? I didn't do anything. I just did something that should have been done by you, my biological daughter. I'm scared. Mother-in-law explains to daughter. All these years, I have been taking care of her daily life. She is not only my biological son, he also gave me all his property. Sneered into the smoke again. What kind of property can you have? Isn't it just that shabby house? I chuckled. Then you are totally wrong. Mom's family fortune is bigger than you can imagine. 2 buildings plus stock and cash deposits. Worth more than 1 billion. You thought I would believe it. Liu Ruyan is still laughing. I pointed at this house. Then he pointed at the servants waiting below. Plus my smile. Liu Ruyan's brows furrowed deeper and deeper. No explanation. These properties were left behind by your grandfather. I was planning to wait for you to grow up, mature and sensible. After giving birth to the child, I will hand it over to you. But now I give it all to Han Li. At this time Liu Ruyan finally believed it. She rushed over excitedly. Mom, how could you leave the property that Grandpa left to me? Give it all to an outsider. He is not an outsider. He is my son. Did Mom get hit by a car and go crazy? Her surname is Han. I am your daughter named Liu. Son, I feel very tired. Don't want to see her again. I nodded. Then called a servant. Drive Liu Ruyan away. I didn't want to keep her for a meal. Speak clearly. Then let her leave. Unexpectedly, my mother-in-law didn't want to see her at all. Han Li, don't be proud. My mother was bewitched by you. I will definitely use all means. Take back my stuff. Just wait for me. Liu Ruyan was dragged out by the servants, still roaring hysterically, until the car door slams shut. That annoying noise. Before completely disappearing, mother-in-law sighed. Han Li has made you feel wronged. Mother-in-law patted my hand. His tone was full of guilt. It's all my fault that I didn't teach you well. This white-eyed wolf. I helped her sit back on the sofa. Pour her a glass of warm water. Ling. Mom has nothing to do with you. It's the path she chose. Having said that. But I know it in my heart. Now that Liu Ruyan has started shouting, I will never give up. As expected, that afternoon, my mobile phone is blocked by various push. Liu Ruyan took the clip taken in the morning. Cut and cut. Only my indifference and rejection were left. The scene with her mother-in-law slapping her. With a text, the son-in-law came to his door after he became rich. Ditch the air curtain. It makes me sad to take possession of my family's property. Shout out to a bunch of local self-media and emotional bloggers. The comment section exploded instantly. Netizens who don't know the truth, then call me a scumbag. Someone crawled out of my old workplace. Some people even started doxing my information. Liu Ruyan still thinks it's not enough. And I brought my junior classmate from 3 years ago. Reveal the vacation posts I posted. The intimate details of the two are hidden. He only said that he was seriously ill and sought medical treatment. When I came back, I was harassed and beaten. The housekeeper asked me worriedly if I wanted PR. I went and shook my head. To deal with someone like Liu Ruyan who only talks about emotions. People who don't talk about evidence. Rushing to defend will only make the picture darker and darker. I opened that junior's social account. 3 years. He posted hundreds of vacation updates with Liu Ruyan, holding hands and taking photos in the same frame video. There was even Liu Ruyan wearing the one I bought. Close-up of black pattern shirt. These are the most beneficial real hammers. Instead, I contacted a lawyer first. Property donation agreement signed by mother-in-law. In junior fellow student's post. Screenshot of Liu Ruyan's chat history when she faked her illness. There is also a record of his junior classmate's reply after he secretly did not want the child. Arrange them one by one into strategies. After reading it, the Imperial Master made it clear. Property donation is legal and valid. Liu Ruyan's accusations are baseless. Instead we can sue him for defamation. At the same time, Liu Ruyan has already caused trouble in our company. He brought several self-media reporters with him, blocked at the door of the office building, holding up a rare Hanli scumbag sign saying repay my family property, crying and telling one's grievances. Many colleagues came around to discuss. I might as well just ask the security guard to let me go. Invited her into the conference room. You can either return your property to me, or I'll keep making trouble. Let you be ruined. Liu Ruyan sat opposite. Fierce eyes. The charming appearance before is completely gone. I pushed the tablet in front of her. Above are the intimate updates posted by my juniors. Her face turned pale, but still pretending to be calm. This is her malicious plan. Doesn't count. ISNT it. You can tell by looking up the map. I clicked on the latest video posted by my junior. In the picture, the junior student is hugging a strange woman. Pei Wen starts a new life. The past is all clouds. Liu Ruyan's body trembled suddenly. Obviously he didn't expect that he had just come back. My junior has changed his mind. I let him go again when he asked me to help him. Text message record of lying and refusing to go home and run to the warehouse. You said you were going to get treatment. But when something happens to your parents, you're good at sunbathing in Hawaii. You said I was occupying the family property. But this was given to me voluntarily by my mother. Evidenced by legal documents. The reporters nearby looked at each other in agreement. They put down their cameras one after another. When Liu Ruyan saw this, she wanted to act loud and cry again. I just asked the security guard to marry him off. That evening, I compiled all the evidence into a long article, posted online along with Liu Ruyan's accusation video and test screenshots. Public opinion reverses instantly. Netizens who scolded me before apologized one after another. Someone crawled out the complete vacation record of Liu Ruyan and her junior. Taunt him. He also wants to seize property, and his face is thicker than the city wall. Some people also found out the comment that my junior classmate made that disparaged me, accusing the two of collaborating. Liu Ruyan's account was scolded to the point where comments were closed. Those self-media outlets that followed the trend of reporting also deleted their articles and apologized. Liu Ruyan, who was desperate, found his junior classmate. But at this time, the junior classmate has long lost his original enthusiasm. He brought the luggage Liu Ruyan brought. Throw it out the door and say, "It was you who cried and shouted at the beginning. Come to Hawaii with me. Your family's affairs have nothing to do with me now. Besides, you have no money anymore. Why should I still be with you?" Only then did Liu Ruyan see his junior's true face. He wants to break into physics theory, but he was pushed to the ground by his junior classmate. He was frustrated. I actually found my mother-in-law's private ward again. He no longer has the arrogance he had before, just kneeling in front of the hospital bed and calling out. Ask his mother-in-law to forgive him. Return the property to him. His mother-in-law looked at him with complicated eyes. Finally just sighed. It's not that I didn't give you a chance. When your dad left, how I wish you could come back to see him off for the last time. Went him crazy. I wish you could stay with me. But what about you? You are having fun outside. Not even willing to make a phone call. You don't deserve these possessions and you can't take them away. He actually sneaked into the old house where I lived before. Want to find some so-called evidence. As a result, I accidentally bumped into the bookshelf. My leg was injured when I got a call from my neighbor and rushed over. He is lying on the ground wailing. When she saw me coming, she started talking to her again. I didn't argue with him, called an ambulance and took him to the hospital. Also paid the medical expenses in advance. The doctor said he had a broken leg bone, need to rest for 3 months. Liu Ruyan thought I was soft-hearted. He kept calling me and sending me messages while he was in the hospital. Or beg for mercy. Either threaten or intimidate. I can't bear it. Just let the lawyer handle it all. Tell him clearly. If he harasses me again, I will sue him. Trespass and defamation. Liu Ruyan is unwilling. A real complaint. Take me to court. Request to revoke property donation. Return his so-called inheritance. On the day of the trial, fierce confrontation between lawyers from both sides. Liu Ruyan couldn't provide any evidence, proving that the gift agreement is invalid. On the contrary, the chain of evidence on my side is complete. From the chat history where he faked his illness, and the message that he refused to go home and collect the stolen goods, then to the social dynamics of junior students. Everything proves his character and his lies. The judge finally ruled that the property donation was legal and valid. Dismiss all Liu Ruyan's claims. He was also asked to delete defamatory remarks online, publicly apologize to my mother-in-law and me, and compensate me for the loss of my reputation. Liu Ruyan appealed against the verdict, but the result of the second trial was the same as the first trial. He completely lost. This lawsuit consumed Liu Ruyan's last savings. He couldn't even pay the rent after he was discharged from hospital. We can only move to a small shabby house in a village in the city. He found several jobs to make ends meet, but they were all fired because of previous negative news. Someone saw him in the wet market, wearing washed white clothes, bargaining with street vendors to get money for squeezing cats. It no longer looks as delicate as before. My junior fellow students are not much better either. He squandered all the money Liu Ruyan brought over, and because of deceiving others' feelings and smearing others' things, I was crawled out by netizens and lost my job. I was also chased by a woman I dated before to ask for breakup fees. In the end, I could only return to my hometown in despair. Never dare to change things online again. My life here is gradually returning to peace. Mother-in-law takes good care of her. The condition has improved a lot. Although sometimes I still can't remember things. But I will never be as nagging as before. She walks with the nurse in the hospital garden every day. Occasionally, he would make some side dishes for me with his own hands. Live a stable and comfortable life. I have made a reasonable plan for the Liu family's property. Deposit part of it in the bank. He also used a sum of money to establish a charity fund, specialized in helping homeless people who have been betrayed by their partners. I also resigned from my previous company, concentrate on taking care of family property and spending time with mother-in-law. Occasionally I take him to travel around the country, make up for the suffering he suffered before. One day half a year later, when I was buying food in the supermarket, met Liu Ruyan by chance. He is wearing supermarket cleaning clothes, withered hair and dull eyes, just dragging the floor hard. He was stunned for a moment when he saw me, then he lowered his head in shame. Want to avoid me? I stopped him. Hand over an envelope. There are tens of thousands of dollars in this. Just take it and find a stable place to live. Find another positive job. Take the envelope like smoke. Tears fell instantly and she choked and said, Han Li. Yeah, I used to be such a jerk. Forget about the past. I won't forgive you. And Mom asked me to give you this money. I said calmly. The path is yours to choose. Take care of yourself from now on. And Mom sighed. Just stop disturbing her. She is doing well now. I don't want to see you again. Like smoke nodding vigorously. Tears blurred vision. I didn't say more. Turned around and left the supermarket. Walk out of the supermarket. The sunshine is very warm on my body. I know I love Liu Ruyan. Love is gone. No more hatred. There's only one thing left. And what I can do. Just cherish the people in front of you. Stay with your mother-in-law well. Live your life well in the future. Come home. Mother-in-law is sitting on the sofa watching TV. She waited for me to come back and opened her hands to me with a smile. My son is back. Wash your hands and eat quickly. I made you your favorite braised pork. I walked over and held her hand and nodded. The sea breeze blows outside the window, with a light salty taste. Everything is moving in the best direction. Later, Liu Ruyan took the money, left this city, never appeared again. Some people say she returned to her hometown, married an honest man. Live your life peacefully. Some people also said that she was deceived with the money there. In the end, I had to go to a nightclub to work and still stand. But no matter how she is doing, it has nothing to do with me anymore. My mother-in-law and I moved to a villa in Haidian. Watch the sunrise and sunset every day, growing flowers and grass. My mother-in-law's condition is becoming more and more stable. Can even remember many past events. Just never mention the name Liu Ruyan again. I know she didn't forget. Instead choose to let go. Say goodbye to her new daughter who hurt her head once and for all. Life is like a journey. It is inevitable to encounter betrayal and ups and downs. But as long as the people are protected, cherish those who are sincere to you. You can get out of the haze. Meet your own happiness. And those who do evil, you will eventually pay the price for your actions. This is not retribution, but what people want. Reincarnation.